Hello, everybody. Scott Golden here with the Golden Opportunities Coaching YouTube channel and the Pro Wrestling Logic YouTube channel. This is Pro Wrestling Logic for the 18th of um, January 2022. Walter is stateside and he is here. They've renamed him, but we'll get there. Show opens with LA Knight arriving at the building like it's a big thing. Knight heads straight to the ring. He has business he must attend to. Knight is playing the role of a guy who's out to kick butt and take names. Calls out Grayson Waller. Knight cuts a promo on Waller. They both take their shirts off, signaling they're ready to fight. Apparently prepared for a fight. Knight has a swerve in the story, acknowledges a restraining order that's between the two of them. Knight pitches someone that Waller does not have sanctions against. Dexter Lumis's theme song hits. Lumis crawls out from under the ring. Knight tells Waller that he has two choices. He can either lift the restraining order and face Knight, or he can get put to sleep with Lumis. Waller is ready as we head to a commercial break, and then we are back in 2 shakes of a lamb's tail to finish the NXT review. And again, to be honest, the NXT brand is just beyond. I don't even want to call it dead, because that would mean at one point it was alive. And it was, but not recently. Anyway, so it's a needless brand at this point, and that's not a shot at the talent. It's just a shot at, honestly, oversaturation of wrestling anyway. So Waller, during commercial break, makes a choice to face Lumis in a wrestling match instead of lifting the restraining order. Grayson Waller, Dexter Lumis. Waller pins Lumis after outside interference, so they're cooling off on Lumis. Lumis has an advantage until the show cuts to commercial. Waller counters Lumis and Waller. Waller hits Lumis with a lariat at ringside. Show goes to the break. Waller then grounds Lumis on the mat during the break. Fight spills back outside the ring. Waller cuts Lumis off. Distraction of the referee. Basically, we get, some interesting stuff. Unnamed guy comes in, enters the ringside area, grabs Lumis, and then assaults him, sends Lumis crashing into the ring post. Back in the ring, Waller delivers a stunner. Waller covers Lumis for a 3 count. They use the ropes. By the way, the ropes aren't now blue. Music video hyping the beginning of the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic. Disrespectful, because Dusty's kids are both in the competition. Raul Mendoza and Joaquin Wilde of Legado del Fantasma confront MSK in a backstage skit. Fantasma vow to destroy MSK and go on to win the cup. Creed brothers, Julius and Brutus, with Malcolm Bivens, defeat Josh Briggs and Brooks Jensen in a qualifier for the Dusty Classic. Creed brothers advance in the tournament. Jensen takes a clean pinfall. Babyface are in control on offense early in the match. Creed brothers work together, turning the tide. Then they go off on things. Briggs hits with a chokeslam for near fall, but then that's broken up in the meantime. Briggs then gets smashed into the barricade, denting the metal frame of the barricade. Creed brothers then double team moves. Jensen is hoisted in the air with a suplex, placing him in a torture rack position. Jensen then gets slammed to the mat. Clothesline levels Jensen, and he's pinned by one of the Creed brothers. Creed brothers and Diamond Mine are moving on to the tag team tournament. Creed brothers will go on to face the winners of the match between Grizzled Young Veterans and Chase University. Vignette hypes Dante Chan ahead of his match coming up. Chan makes a return tonight. Imperium's backstage, cutting a promo. Chan versus Guru Raja goes to a no contest. Chan and Raja are going at it when Duke Hudson hops the barricade, goes after both. Hudson boots Chan. Hudson then sends Raja into the ring steps. Match is thrown out, and it's just an angle for the sake of an angle. Mackenzie Mitchell interviews NXT champion Braun Breaker. Elektra Lopez and Santos Escobar interrupt to confront Breaker, basically ensuring us that Phantasma is the one who is going to go forward. Tony D'Angelo hosting a memorial service for Pete Dunne. Kind of an interesting concept. Also flat. And I gotta grab my phone. We'll be right back for the second time in Two Shakes of a Lamb's Tail. So anyway, the Tony D'Angelo segment with Pete Dunne is just kind of goofy. D'Angelo's in the ring. He's with Catholic. Keeps referring to Dunne as Petey Poppins. And he says he needs to add gold to his collection. D'Angelo then says he sets his sight on the North American Championship. North American champion Carmelo Hayes and Trick Williams interrupt, and they appear on a perch above the ring. Trick and Tony go back and forth on the mic for a bit, showing their rookiness. D'Angelo tells him to get Hayes' name out of his mouth. Out comes Cameron Grimes joining the party. Crowd chants "To the moon." Hayes suggests D'Angelo and Grimes have a match to decide the next contender. Grimes agrees to the match. D'Angelo tries to sucker punch Grimes. Grimes counters. Grimes then smashes a framed picture of Pete Dunne over the head of D'Angelo. Backstage locker room, Casey Catanzaro, Caden Carter approach. Briggs and Jensen. Women invite the guys out for drinks. Wendy Cho is napping. Vignette hyping the team of Ursula Leon and Valentina Perez. Dakota Kai interrupts backstage interview with Leon and Perez. Leads to a match. Later on, skit is Weak Ivy Nile with Malcolm Bevins. Defeats Kaylee Ray. Nile pins Kaylee Ray after interference by Women's Champion Mandy Rose. Huge brawl post-match, not that it really matters. Grappling holds at the start, and then they trade strikes. Nile comes up on Kaylee Ray. Nile then grounds Ray, and he hits her in the head with, or gets her locked in a head scissors. Ray escapes, and she fights back. Gourd buster by Ray. Mandy Rose appears at ringside, and the women's champ jumps on the apron, causing a distraction. Ray then sweeps out Rose. Ray then hoists Nile into the gory bomb, but Nile continues to cradle Ray for a 3 count. Then Rose jumps in the ring post-match. And ultimately, Gigi Dolan, JC Jane, Toxic Attraction slide in the ring. They proceed to beat on Kaylee Ray. Indy Hartwell and Pressa Parata run in to even the odds. Then manage, there's a brawl all the way around. Harland apparently attacks Odyssey Jones in the training room. Jones already has an injured leg. Harland targets the leg. Sarai is getting a character makeover. Basically, he's doing an anime gimmick. Malik Blade and Andros Enfe defeat Legado del Fantasma, Raul Mendoza, and Joaquin Wild with Elektra Lopez and Santos and Dusty Classic Qualifier. Basically, the babyfaces get the surprise victory. Interference of Escobar backfires. Legado del Fantasma gets where they are. Basic tag match with nothing really to it. Escobar trips Blade, leading to the distraction finish. Distractions. What's going on at ringside? Wild is rolled up. Blade and Enfe advance semifinals where they face the winners of MSK against Jacket Time. Malcolm Bivens cuts a promo hyping the main event. Solo Sikoa is scared scarred from a fireball and probably scared of the fireball too. Plans war with Boa in a match next week. Dakota Kai defeats Yelusa Leon. Kai pins Leon after hitting a face wash. Anyway. Leon has a bunch of talent, but she loses clean. Raquel Gonzalez comes back, interview backstage with Cora Jade confronting her. Gonzalez Jade then goes to team with Gonzalez. Dusty Classic, but Gonzalez scoffs. Gonzalez storms off. Jade says she'll convince her eventually. Announced for next Tuesday on NXT. Solo Sikoa against Boa in a no DQ. Cameron Grimes against Tony D'Angelo in a match to decide the next challenger for the NXT North American Championship. Trio of Toxic Attraction, Indy Hartwell, Pressure Perez, and Kaylee Ray. 6-woman tag match. First round match, MSK and MSK versus Jacket Time, Kushida, and Ikemen Hero. And then the Grizzled Young Veterans, Zach Gibbs, James Drake with Chase University. Then we go to special musical performance from Ali Java. Walter defeats Roderick Strong with Markin Bivens. Walter pins Strong in a strong match, best match of the show, easily. Walter is made to look like a monster match, is David Goliath kind of feel. Strong is flustered at the start. Walter chops Strong, and Strong begs off. Strong then manages to fight back until he trades chops with Walter, who mows down Strong with a single chop. Walter then drops Strong with more strikes. Strong tries to fight back again, doesn't get anywhere. Then we go to Bivens causing a distraction, finds himself in the clutches of Walter. Strong tries to follow through, following up with a wrecking ball dropkick, but Walter is waiting for him. Walter catches Strong, and then Walter gives Strong a back suplex on the apron. Match goes through the commercial break. Walter continues to push Strong as Walter grounds him on the mat. Strong then makes a comeback. Show returns from the break. Strong lands a missile dropkick. Strong is unable to lift Walter for the Olympic Slam. Walter applies a sleeper hold. Strong then counters into a jawjacker, but Walter repeals the sleeper. Strong then escalates nonetheless, and basically Strong ends up getting nailed in the process of everything. Ultimately, the match is a showcase for Walter, and that's the whole point. Not that that's a huge surprise, but anyway, Walter ends up getting, obviously, the victory, and he's well on his way to being probably the best thing in NXT. Walter and Braun Breaker coming soon to an arena near you, or a television show anyway. We'll be back with more right after this.